Welcome to another episode of Saint Vincent Untold Stories. On this episode, we are going to show you why the big man definitely has to step down. And we give you an update on the last of a volcano in Saint Vincent and the recent floodings. And we unfold some chilling untold stories. Big ups to all of my subscribers. And if you are new to the channel, hit the like button, the subscribe button, and hit the bell icon. Get your popcorn, get your Sunday lunch, get your breakfast, whatsoever you want to get. Sit around the table. This is like an episode out of Netflix. Did you see that video with the Nigerian guy that I was telling you about when the officers went by his home to search for him? Well, he came out and he did a video and he explained why the officers were searching for him. And it's just like what we said. The man said that him and the big man son was close friend, and they used to go on a cruise together. While there is extreme poverty, the big man and son is cruising wrong, man. Remember Movado did sing a song and you collect the tax money and you go on a cruise. And when I say I use tax money, so please don't take our words out of context. But Movado did sing a song and say, there's a lot of people to help in the ghetto. Two persons from the opposite side was taken into custody. A few days after, someone placed an object on the big man. When the big man received that object, he was flown out to Barbados. And my question is, how many of you can fly out for a little thing in the head? Some of you are struggling so much that if you live far from the general hospital, you can't even pay a taxi fare. You have to wait on the dollar omnibus to take you there. But the big man, he's eligible for anything, man. He can do anything. Right, and now we are in the month of August, and the volcano erupted in April. But farmers only receive monies one time. What are they waiting for to pay the farmers? So they skipped a month. And now we are in the month of August. When would the farmers receive their monies? You said that they would receive it last week. One thing we don't tolerate, it is boots licking. Once we see a spade, we call that a spade, and the people has been asking for the big man to step down. It is either you put in a Sabuto Caesar or you pass on the key, and everyone is saying that right and now. Even some of your day one supporters, the country is stagnant. All you are doing is building buildings that are not bringing in any profit. The country is in need. The country is in need of factories and industries. And at Untold Stories, we came up with solutions already. We told you that we have to start putting everything in cans. So you remember when we were younger, when we used to go to church, we used to wear these shorts called Zacta short with the 2 packet or 4 packet. But as we grew older, we transitioned into different clothing. But the big man is still stuck in those doctor shorts in his old fashioned ways, man. You see, he wants to stay in power forever. So he's doing things the old fashioned way. You notice how he's handling a business? He's creating jobs. That you can't just leave the jobs like that. You can't say anything on the jobs. Those are jobs that he could take away at any time. He doesn't want other people to be independent because he knows if you become independent, then you can think for yourself. You would not need him anymore to get a job. No matter who wins, you would still be employed. And as well, they are also using some sites, They are creating these jobs and putting you on probation for a very long time. So, during that time of probation, anytime you say something out of the way, you are fired. You remember when I showed you that thing with the nurse that they said that she posted something about the big man, and immediately she was laid off. Yesterday, pictures and videos started to circulate from out of the red zone. And persons was saying that the Lassa volcano is erupting again. And it looked that way, and everyone said yes. That's how it looked when it erupted the first time. Persons started to run jokes. Some was even saying that some wanted to go back to the shelter to get some free food. But from my understanding, not everybody was in a shelter, so not everybody want to go back to get any free food, and some were willing to go back to the shelters because since they went in to the red zone, they haven't received anything. They are still asking where are the volcano relief monies. Nemo quickly came out and they said that the volcano was not erupting. And Professor Robertson came forward and confirmed that. But what other people are saying? Why didn't they issue a statement before everything went viral? Why is it that people had to come out first? Isn't the technologies that they set up at this summit working? Didn't they provide any readings? You see, and it all goes back to when the volcano erupted the first time. It is the people who had to come out first and said that they felt earthquakes, and then they came out and said yes, the seismic activity is increasing. They don't come out first. How comes? And they say they have equipments. And you can't wrong people for second guessing because people can't trust you all. Too many lies are being told in this place. I'm wondering, those persons in the red zone that already went back home in places like Sandy, how was it for you last night? Did the rain pour through your roofs? Persons from OTR, you need to call a meeting with the big man. You can't just go back home without anything. Where is the volcano relief monies? How was the public servants paid for these last few months? Was it the volcano relief money? Mr. Big Man, your time is winding down. I told you before, those who got the prime grant and is on a social media proper setting would come for them, man. You don't worry. Their time is up as well because we are going to investigate how they spent those monies. Because remember, we told you some persons committed fraud by saying they have businesses and they never had any business before. They never set up any business with the use of the prime grant. Remember that we saw the first list. And when we saw that list, we were surprised because we was wondering so much money for some little business when there are people in the streets of Kingston that are in need of proper stalls to sell their goods, and they have been hustling for years and they never got anything. Remember, I told you that at Untold Stories, we don't have anything against any officers. Once they perform their duties properly, we would support that. But let me tell you something. There are some officers that aren't doing their jobs to the fullest of their ability. They are choosing sides. But please remember, you are an officer once and a civilian twice. And the big man would not be there forever. So you go and play thing, man. You go and puff up your chest. Do you remember earlier on in this episode and an episode before that I was telling you about the Nigerian who is the friend of the big man's son, and he has his family here and he set up a business to employ people because he want to help to ease the strain off of the big man. But it is alleged that he has a special gift, a kind of reader man thing, and he gave the big man's son a girlfriend a reading, and certain ones got offended and he gave the big man a reading as well, and they took offense to it. Because it is alleged that he was warning the big man and telling him he needs to change his ways and do better. You see, and Nigerian said that he saw certain things. You know that he was up at the volcano the same time with Lava Man? Yes, he's a member of Lava Man's team. The officers are looking for Nigerian, and he said in a live video that he's hiding out. So they are coming to the man's property looking for Popo. The man does not have any Popo. The only thing is that the man overstayed his time. And we explained already why he overstayed his time. And he explained it too. He said that they were trying to fix up his papers. But I think he said that his visa was what went out. 1784 454 3536. That is our number, and I could give you the link to that video in the WhatsApp. Extreme poverty, high rate of unemployment, allegations that $95 million is unaccounted for, volcano relief money is on a supply, unaccounted for. The big man son saying that a friend gave him some Bitcoin. Check the value of those Bitcoins on Google. Convert them to easy currency and tell us if someone would just give you Bitcoins like that. We need more explanations to this thing. Was any favors or anything done? This is the new North Korea in which only the big man can talk. And if you talk out anything against him, the officers come for you, you get sued. Some persons are living in sheds. Some don't even know what a cheese square meal is like. But the big man is so big and mighty that sometimes he can't even stand up straight. He has to hold on his security members to hold him up. St. Vincent is definitely not a real place. It can't be. With that being said, I just want to big up the entire population in St. Vincent, the regional islands and the international countries who are supporting and praying for us during this difficult time.